Hi, it's Joan Gregerson here, and I want to tell you about an exciting opportunity called the Nourish Retreat. So if you're someone that has noticed that you've tended to get caught up in busyness and that you are really longing for a chance to focus on the things that are important to you, to really hone in on your passions and your purpose, your connection to a higher power, whatever that looks like. If you want more time for creativity, you want to do a little bit of meditating and maybe singing, poetry, art, hiking, and good food and great company, then this retreat is for you. So the Nourish Retreat will be held August 13th through 16th at Shadowcliff Mountain Lodge in Grand Lake, Colorado. So first I want to tell you about the location. So Grand Lake is at 8,500 feet, and it's just this gorgeous mountain town, and it's situated right on this gorgeous lake and also just outside of Rocky Mountain National Park. And the lodge itself, Shadowcliff Mountain Lodge, where we'll be staying, is we have one of the lodges, Cliffside Lodge, all to ourselves, and this is about a 3-block walk to the lake. So it's just this wonderful location. People have been going to Shadowcliff Mountain Lodge leading retreats for 30 years now, and some groups have come back year after year for decades. So although it's my first time leading a retreat there, I'm just so confident it's going to be such a cool place. About the lodge itself, so it's a rustic mountain lodge, and what I mean by that is that the rooms are clean, they're comfortable, you do have Wi-Fi, but there's no single rooms there. They're all either they're shared double or triple accommodations, and you can either bring a roommate or you could be assigned a roommate of your gender. There are not private bathrooms in the room. There's shared bathrooms on each floor. So the lodge that we have, Cliffside Lodge, has bedrooms on the first floor and bathrooms on that floor. Second floor, same thing, and then the third floor is a big open room that we can use for movement and just whatever the heck that we want to do. The other thing I want to mention about the area is that there are a ton of steps. There's steps into the building, there's steps between the floors to get to the community room and around the property. So if you are not someone who does well with steps, this would definitely not be something for you. So I'm so sorry that it is not wheelchair accessible, but I just want to make sure that you know that right up front, that if going up and down steps is not your bag right now, then this wouldn't be a good thing for you to participate in. Another thing about the retreat is it is a sober retreat. So if you can be in the mountains and be naturally high, then this is a good fit for you. If you need to have alcohol or drugs, then this would not be a good fit for you. This is a sober retreat where we're going to be communing with nature and also experiencing those raw emotions that we have in a supportive community, and using our art and creativity and nature and our loving speech and compassionate listening to get us through all that, rather than drugs or alcohol. Let's see, then the next thing that I want to tell you about is a little bit about the schedule. So the way the schedule works is that the check-in is on Sunday at 3 p.m. We'll start with Happiness Hour at 5 p.m. and this is a time to just come together, and we'll do this before most of the dinners. So come together, review our days, get rid of any kind of anxieties or issues, so that when it's time for dinner, which is at 6 p.m., that we'll be able to eat mindfully and just eat our food and not our worries. Another cool thing about this place is what's called the Compassionate Kitchen. So Shadowcliff has a group that will prepare our meals for us, and they go for mostly local, mostly organic, sustainably sourced ingredients wherever possible, and they can accommodate most dietary requests. So for example, if you're vegetarian, then please note that on the form. If you have a very strict dietary condition, such as celiac or something else, then I would advise that you prepare your own food. So that's kind of the way the kitchen is set up, is it should be workable for most people, but if you have a really strict, specific condition, want to make sure that you stay healthy and strong, so please consider bringing your own food in that case. So continuing on with the schedule, then in the evenings we'll have time to either walk into town, so it's just a 3-block walk from the lodge down to the lake, or we can sing around the campfire if campfires are allowed at that time of year. That sometimes fire danger prevents that. So we can sit outside and sing or do poetry, and then in the evening you'll be invited to do a guided meditation with me before bedtime. In the next day, we'll start at 7:30 with some kind of movement and or meditation to get the day off to a great start. Then breakfast at 8, then we'll do hiking around 9. The Compassionate Kitchen will provide our lunch again at noon. In the afternoon, we'll have a couple-hour block to do some art and poetry. Then again at 5 o'clock, happiness hour, then dinner and time for some evening activities and guided meditation. The schedule on Tuesday is going to be very similar, with the exception of a really special thing that we're doing on Tuesday night. So on Tuesday night, we're going to prepare our meal in silence and eat our meal in silence. And I had a chance to have a meal in silence when I was in Korea at a monastery there, and ate dinner in silence with the Buddhist monks. And what we did was, beforehand we really practiced how we were going to do that. So be assured that we will also practice, so we can figure these things out that we normally would figure out by talking. We'll figure that all out ahead of time. So it's just kind of a fun activity to really help you focus on mindful eating. So that's the Tuesday night, and then Wednesday morning will be the movement and meditation, breakfast, and then check out at 10 a.m. So another big part of this retreat is that by practicing some of these things like mindful eating, meditation, creativity, singing, we are helping each other develop practices that once we leave the retreat, we can take home with us. So yeah, it's great to have 3 days in the mountains and just, have time to relax, read a book, go hiking, all that good stuff. But I really am designing this so that when you leave the retreat, you take these practices home with you and are able to continue confidently in your daily life with these practices that help you stay more aligned with what your life is all about. So please head over to positiveenergyworks.com and click on the icon for the retreat and go ahead and get registered. This is a small group with a maximum of 14 participants, and the prices are lower now and they go up as time marches on. So please jump in there, save your spot, and I so look forward to meeting you and to hanging out with you in Grand Lake in August of 2017. Thanks so much for listening, and I really appreciate you, and have a wonderful day. Bye.